Hello everyone, this is Ed Park from ATMS Logistics. Today I'm going to fully break down one of the most stressful situations any importers hopes to avoid but must be prepared for: U.S. Customs General Audit and the Focus Assessment Audit. I will continue to upload in-depth videos on various import-related topics, so please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notification. Thank you. There are two types of CBP audit. The first one is General Audit. CBP conducts to evaluate whether an importer is properly complying with U.S. customs regulation. Key audit areas include whether the HTS classification is accurate, whether the durable value is correctly calculated, whether the country of origin or FDA claims are applied correctly, whether records are kept for required 5 years, whether duties are paid on time, whether anti-dumping or countervailing duties are properly followed, whether all partnering government agency requirements are met. If the importer is found compliant, the audit ends without further actions. However, non-compliance can result in penalties, duty payments, or corrective actions. The second type of CBP audit is Focused Assessment, FA, CBP's most comprehensive audit program. Unlike a general audit, the focused assessment is an in-depth, system-wide evaluation of an importer. The main objective of focused assessments are to assess internal control, actual import transactions, whether the importer has established reasonable care and compliance system. FA is divided into two phases. The phase 1 of pre-assessment survey called PAS. The second phase of audit of compliance testing called ACT. Review two phases of CBP focused audit. The pre-assessment survey PAS phase of FA evaluates whether the importer has adequate internal controls in place. If a general audit focuses on fact, a focused assessment focuses on system behind this fact. Key areas CBP exam: written procedure, employee training, HTS classification processes, the valuation procedure, FTA and origin management, record keeping systems, internal audit programs. If internal controls are deemed sufficient, the FA ends here. If not, CBP proceeds to the next phase. If PAS phase 1 found weak internal control, CBP move on to audits of compliance testing called ACT in order to validate actual transactions. Key review items include accuracy of HTS classifications and customs value, appropriateness of FTA claims, compliance with AD and CVD, accuracy of CBP Form 7501 entry summary, consistency of documents and supporting evidence. If errors are found, the importer may face additional duties, penalties, or corrective action plan called CAP. Common characteristics of companies selected for focus assessment. The first, importers with large import volume. While there is no official threshold, importers with 1,000 plus entries per year, or those importing over $10 million annually are often considered high volumes. The second, complex product categories such as electronics, assemblies, or products involving many HTS code. Third, importers with frequent FTA usage. High reliance on FTA claims increases CPB's focus. History of compliance issues, past errors, or penalties increase audit risk. Related party transaction, especially when transfer pricing may affect customs value. Additional factors include AD/CVD related import, use of multiple brokers with weak control systems. Lastly, poor record keeping history. Let's review possible outcomes of a focus assessment. The best outcome is no further action. Otherwise, you might get management advisory letter notifying deficiency, requirement to submit a corrective action plan called CAP, assessment of additional duties, civil penalties for serious violations, or recommendation to submit a prior disclosure. Focused assessment can take 6 to 18 months, so preparedness is essential. In order to do that, strengthen internal control is very important. Examples include HTS classifications manual, documented valuation procedure, written procedure for FTA and origin verification, broker instruction manuals, a robust 5-year record-keeping system. The second, establish regular internal audit. During those audits, review random entries for accuracy. Update HTS classifications based on new CBP rulings or policy changes. Conduct annual FTA and origin verification. Lastly, review related party pricing and commercial invoices. Third is employee training, which is very critical. Provide at least annual training for purchasing, logistics, accounting, tax, and sales team. Include training on broker management. Document and retain all training records. Lastly, create a reasonable care manual. This official document demonstrates that the importer maintains reasonable customs compliance. Document all import procedures in writing. Here is a comparison chart between General Audit and Focus Assessment for your reference. General Audit, narrow scope, short duration, focused on specific issues, lower risk versus Focus Assessment, broad system-wide review, longer duration, evaluates internal controls and transactions, higher risk and impact on company operations. Today, we review the two major U.S. customs audit types, General Audit and Focus Assessment, and how importer can prepare for them. I will continue to upload detailed videos on various import-related topics. Please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notification. If you have any questions or need assistance, feel free to contact us at the email shown on the screen. We'll be happy to help. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Have a wonderful day.